Welcome to the next installment of the Nexus Reef. Today I'm going to do a quick rundown, a little bit of plumbing. Just working on some drains for my new tank as my sump should be here on Monday. Just going to go over a couple things for the newbies or even people plumbing up their tank for the first time. A couple things I've learned along the way. Lots of planning, lots of planning. I like to use unions wherever possible. Makes it easy to take apart, easy to clean, easy to assemble. So here I've got some drain stuff ready to go. I've already assembled a bunch of it. I'm doing bean animal on this tank. I've got my gate valve here, it's plumbed up. Most gate valves do not come in a true union. So I've installed union ends on both ends. So that way I can remove it to keep this thing clean. So union is just two pieces, a male and a female, that you can thread together. And there's a gasket in between so that you don't get leaks. So that goes together. This piece, once disconnected again, will thread into my bulkhead on the tank. And again, it makes it so much easier to inspect it, to clean it. You might get some blockage in there, some algae buildup, detritus, whatever it may be. It's important you can take this stuff apart to clean it. I have 4 lines drilled at the back of my tank, so I'm going to have 4 pipes. I'm using 4 valves so that I can close off each and every one. And in doing this, this allows me to actually water test my tank without having the sump or the rest of the plumbing connected. I'll just close off all my valves, fill it full of water, and we should be in good shape. So I've already planned all this out. I already knew what my attack was going to be on this situation here. So this is what I started with. The only thing difference on this piece is there's a gate valve instead of a ball valve. And the main difference being is on a gate valve, it uses a thread type valve, and you probably can't see inside, but when you turn this, there's a plate that moves down the inside of the chamber to open and close. With a ball valve, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like inside the chamber. Where this valve is here, there's a ball inside, and when you turn this, it closes or opens the valve accordingly. So I've got this all planned out. This is the end that goes into my bulkhead. I've cut everything already. So I like to have it all pre-fit, then disassemble. So one important step you need to take is always clean your pieces first. So this is a primer and a cleaner. It's clear, comes with a little foamy inside. You just take each piece, clean your fittings inside where your glue is going to weld the pieces together. It doesn't take a lot, but it is definitely crucial that you do this so that you don't get leaks and you get a nice tight fit lasting forever, because this will actually weld the pieces together as opposed to just glue them. Don't be shy, it doesn't take a lot, but always good to do. Even if you think it's clean, there's a good chance it's not clean. Okay. There's lots of different colors in this. This is clear. I've seen it in purple. I've seen it in gray. There's a variety of colors. Same with the PVC glue. This one in particular is PVC and ABS, but it really doesn't matter as long as it bonds PVC together. That's the most important thing. CPVC is a different type of plastic and it doesn't bond the same way as this does. So my PVC glue is white. You can get it in clear, you can get it in gray, you can get it in purple. There's a wide variety again. So you take your pieces, and I like to always glue the inside where my piece is going to slip into, so the slip end. Put a generous amount in, but you don't want it running out and pouring all over the place. Get her on there good. Slip it over your other piece with a little turn and make sure it's down all the way. And it's as simple as that. We'll just go along and quickly glue this up. And there you have it. I will note, when I did this and planned this out, where these thread in, I put the drop down or the loose part of the union so that when I unthread it, it's already hanging there. The next piece will just lift up to it and thread on. So it'll make it a lot easier. There's no fiddling around trying to push that up, thread on. It's always pretty well set to go. It's a little messy, it's not bad, but you just don't want this stuff pouring all over the place and making a mess. I always like to give it a good firm push. Before I glue this up, these ball valves have good markings on them. I like to make sure that they're all running the same way, so when you go to open or close the valve, there's no guesswork. I've done it before and made the mistake where one's in one way and one's in the other, and then your valves go opposite directions, and it just makes a screwball. You do them all the same, it's nice and professional, looks great, and it eliminates a lot of headaches for you down the road. So I'm just going by the arrows. I don't think you can see them the greatest on here. Again, we'll add some glue. Fitting, push and turn. Simple. Other end, glue. Fitting. And there we have it. So, that piece is ready for action. I'll show you this tool that I use. Some people use a saw, like a circular saw, skill saw, chop saw, hacksaw. I like to use pipe cutters. These are great. I picked them up from Lowe's. They're about 35 bucks. I love them. They make life really easy. They cut anything all the way up to 1.5 inches, which is great. On my returns line, I'm using Flex PVC, which is nice and flexible. I've already installed a union end on here. So on one side, it will just connect to here and into the tank and all the way down to my return. But it's going to eliminate all the 90-degree bends that I would have had to use, which restrict flow every time you put in a 90. So this way I'll get the maximum output from my pump that I'm going to be able to. But these are beautiful to work with. I got a piece of 1-inch PVC here. That's what I've been using on my entire tank. Just give you a quick rundown. Typically you'd mark your piece just like a pair of vice grips. It's ratcheting, so when you push it locks and you just keep going through until your piece is cut. You get a nice clean cut. Only thing I will say with these is most of the time you don't get a perfectly square cut. You can probably see there that that is not square. Even if you look here how these fit back together, those are opposite ends from one that I cut before, but it doesn't cut perfectly straight, and that's not a big deal. So that's a quick rundown on plumbing. There'll be lots more to come. Keep an eye out for the next update. Thanks for watching the Nexus Reef.